If you are over 60, every choice you make, what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, directly affects the beating of your heart. But what if I told you there is one common daily habit silently damaging your heart every single day? A habit so sneaky, so ordinary, that most seniors don't even realize it's pushing their heart closer to failure until it's almost too late. I'm a heart surgeon. I've seen it all: the sudden heart attacks, strokes, and heart failure that could have been prevented if only this one habit was stopped. Today, I'm begging you, stop this habit now. Because your heart deserves more than to suffer quietly. It deserves care, attention, and protection. In this video, I will reveal not only the most dangerous habit, but also 9 other silent killers harming your heart every day, and the simple, practical steps you can take to protect yourself. Watch until the very end. Habit 10, skipping daily physical activity, the silent heart threat. Hello, dear friends. If you're over 60, you might often wonder, is it really necessary to exercise every day at my age? Isn't walking tiring? These are common questions I hear from many seniors. After over 20 years working in heart health, I want to assure you that daily movement is one of the most powerful medicines your heart needs, even if it's just gentle walking. Some people tell me, "Doctor, I prefer to sit and watch TV or rest. Exercising feels exhausting now." I completely understand. Aging can bring challenges. But that lack of activity is often the first step toward a weaker heart, higher blood pressure, and greater risk of stroke or heart attack. There's a gentleman named Mr. David, 70 years old, from my hometown. He used to be very healthy but recently felt tired quickly and had chest discomfort climbing stairs. He mostly stayed indoors watching TV. When he came to the hospital, we found his heart function was declining because of inactivity. We encouraged him to start walking gently for 15-20 minutes a day. At first, Mr. David found it tiring and slow, but after 3 months his blood pressure improved and he felt much better. He told me, "Doctor, I never thought walking could be so valuable. Now I can play with my grandchildren without getting out of breath." How much time do you spend moving gently each day? Do you count walking or light housework? Or are you mostly sitting still? If you're not moving much, don't worry. Start with small steps. No need to run or do heavy exercise. A daily 15-30 minute walk at your own pace already helps your heart tremendously. Why is movement so important? When you move, your blood flows better, delivering oxygen to your brain and organs. Your heart muscle gets a healthy workout. Moving also helps control weight, blood sugar, and cholesterol, all vital to prevent heart disease. Sitting too long makes your blood thick and sluggish, increasing artery clogging and heart strain, which can lead to heart failure or stroke over time. Tips to keep moving. Break walks into small sessions, 10 minutes morning, afternoon, evening. Choose pleasant, shaded places to walk. Walk with friends or family for motivation. Do light house chores like watering plants or sweeping. Your heart doesn't care about your age, it cares about your care. Every step is a gift to your heart. Habit 9. Eating too much salt, the hidden heart danger. Hello again, dear friends. Let's talk about something many people love but can secretly harm the heart: salt. Salt is everywhere, not only the shaker on your table but also hidden in canned soups, breads, sauces, pickles, chips, and processed foods. Too much salt makes your body hold extra water. This increases blood volume and pushes your blood vessels harder, causing high blood pressure. The silent killer, because it often shows no symptoms until serious damage occurs. Mrs. Linda, a 68-year-old patient, came to see me with swelling in her ankles and headaches. She enjoyed salty snacks daily. Chips and pickles were her favorites. After checking, her blood pressure was very high, but she didn't feel sick. We talked about reducing salt, reading food labels, and cooking fresh meals with herbs and lemon instead of salt. It was hard at first because she loved salty tastes, but after 2 weeks, she noticed food still tasted good and her swelling reduced. Her blood pressure improved and she felt better. How often do you check the salt content on food labels? Do you cook with herbs or add lemon juice instead of salt? If salt is a habit for you, don't worry. Your taste buds can adjust. Cutting salt gradually over 2 weeks will make your meals taste just as good, and your heart will thank you with better health. Quick tips. Limit sodium intake to less than 1,500 mg per day, less than 1 teaspoon. Avoid processed foods as much as possible. Use herbs, spices, garlic, or lemon for flavor instead of salt. Choose unsalted nuts and fresh foods. Remember, reducing salt isn't about flavor loss. It's about giving your heart a longer, healthier life. Habit 8. Greasy, processed breakfasts, a morning danger for your heart. Good morning, dear friends. We all know breakfast is the most important meal of the day. But what if the foods you choose for breakfast are secretly putting extra strain on your heart? Many seniors enjoy breakfasts like fried eggs, bacon, sausage, buttered toast, sugary cereals, or creamy coffee. While delicious and comforting, these foods can quietly harm your cardiovascular system. Why? Because these meals are often loaded with saturated fats, trans fats, and added sugars. Saturated and trans fats increase your LDL, bad cholesterol, which builds up plaque in your arteries. Added sugars contribute to inflammation and can worsen blood sugar control. When you combine these with the fact that blood tends to be thicker and blood vessels more constricted in the morning, you create a perfect storm that increases the risk of heart attack. Mrs. Susan, a 65-year-old woman, came to me after experiencing chest discomfort one morning. She had been starting her days with fried eggs and sweetened coffee for years and never thought it could hurt her. After thorough tests, we found she had elevated cholesterol and early signs of artery stiffness. We worked together to change her breakfast habits. She began eating oatmeal topped with fresh berries, boiled eggs, and herbal tea. Within a few months, her cholesterol dropped, her energy improved, and her mornings felt lighter and healthier. What does your typical breakfast look like? Do you eat foods high in fat and sugar, or have you tried switching to more heart-friendly options? It's never too late to start. A heart-healthy breakfast fuels your body gently and keeps your arteries clear. Simple tips for a heart-friendly breakfast. Choose whole grains like oatmeal or whole grain toast. Add fresh fruits or nuts for fiber and antioxidants. Prefer boiled, poached, or scrambled eggs without added butter or oil. Avoid processed meats like bacon and sausage. Replace sugary coffee or tea with herbal infusions or black coffee with little sugar. Remember, a good breakfast supports. Habit 7. Regular alcohol consumption, increasing risks as we age. Let's talk about a habit many people use to relax: drinking alcohol. You may have heard that a glass of wine can be good for your heart, but after age 60, things change significantly. As we get older, our bodies process alcohol more slowly. This means even small amounts can have a stronger and longer-lasting impact on your heart and overall health. Alcohol causes blood pressure to spike quickly and increases the risk of developing irregular heart rhythms, known as arrhythmias. It can also weaken the heart muscle, cause inflammation, and promote the buildup of fat around the heart. Additionally, alcohol often interacts with medications commonly prescribed for conditions like high blood pressure, diabetes, and high cholesterol, reducing their effectiveness or causing harmful side effects. Consider the story of Mr. John, 68 years old. He enjoyed a daily glass of whiskey to unwind after his day and never thought it could harm him. But after experiencing a mild stroke and some heart complications, he realized that alcohol was making his condition worse. After cutting back, he noticed his sleep quality improved, his blood pressure stabilized, and his energy levels returned. Ask yourself, do you drink alcohol regularly? Have you noticed any changes in your sleep patterns, energy, or heart health? If you have heart disease or high blood pressure, I strongly recommend stopping alcohol completely. For others, limit your intake to no more than 1 standard drink per occasion and avoid drinking every day. Your heart will benefit from better rhythm, lower blood pressure, and more restful sleep. Tips for safer drinking habits. Limit alcohol to 1 drink per occasion, not daily. Avoid binge drinking and strong spirits. Be aware of how alcohol may interact with your medications. Consider replacing alcoholic drinks with herbal teas or water to relax. Remember, while alcohol may temporarily dull stress, it ultimately weakens your heart and body over time. Taking control of your drinking habits can protect your heart and improve your overall quality of life. Habit 6. Bottling up stress and anger, the silent heart killer. Hello again, dear friends. Stress and anger, feelings we all experience but often try to hide or ignore. Today, I want to talk about how keeping these emotions bottled up inside can silently damage your heart over time. Many seniors believe that hiding their worries or anger is a sign of strength or protection for others. They say things like, "I don't want to burden my family," or "I've lived with stress my whole life, it's nothing new." But the truth is, chronic emotional suppression raises your body's stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which cause your heart rate to increase, blood vessels to tighten, and blood pressure to rise. This constant fight or flight response creates a dangerous environment inside your body, increasing inflammation, damaging artery walls, and raising the risk of heart attacks, strokes, and even sudden cardiac death. Mrs. Mary, 72, had a healthy lifestyle, ate well, exercised moderately, yet suffered a mild heart attack. Upon talking, she revealed that after losing her husband, she felt overwhelmed with loneliness and stress but never shared these feelings, believing it would only worry others. We encouraged her to join a senior support group, try meditation and breathing exercises, and open up to trusted friends. Over the next few months, her stress levels dropped, her blood pressure improved, and she reported feeling lighter emotionally and physically. Her heart health stabilized significantly. Do you tend to keep your worries, sadness, or anger inside? How do you cope with these feelings? Remember, suppressing emotions is like carrying a heavy, invisible weight on your heart. It's okay to seek help. Talking, sharing, or even writing down your feelings can relieve this burden. Practical ways to ease emotional stress. Talk openly with friends, family, or counselors. Join social or hobby groups with peers. Practice meditation, mindfulness, or deep breathing daily. Keep a journal to express thoughts and emotions. Engage in gentle physical activity to release tension. Your heart is more than a pump. It is deeply connected to your mind and emotions. Studies show that people with unmanaged emotional stress have a significantly higher risk of cardiovascular disease. Conversely, emotional well-being supports. Habit 5. Ignoring sleep apnea and snoring, a silent threat to your heart. Hello again, dear friends. Today, I want to talk about a sleep-related problem that many seniors overlook: sleep apnea and loud snoring. You might think snoring is just annoying or funny, but it could be a warning sign your heart is struggling. Sleep apnea is a condition where your breathing stops briefly many times during sleep. This causes oxygen levels in your blood to drop, waking you slightly and disrupting deep rest. Over time, this damages your heart by raising blood pressure, causing irregular heartbeats, and increasing the risk of stroke and sudden cardiac death. Mr. David, 70, came to me complaining of daytime fatigue and morning headaches. His wife told him he snored loudly and sometimes gasped for air during sleep. After a sleep study, he was diagnosed with moderate sleep apnea. We started treatment using a CPAP machine that keeps his airway open during sleep. Within weeks, his energy improved, blood pressure lowered, and his heart rhythm stabilized. Do you or your loved ones notice loud snoring, choking, or gasping during sleep? Do you often feel tired or forgetful during the day? If yes, it's important to get tested. Sleep apnea is common but treatable, and managing it protects your heart and improves quality of life. Tips to protect your heart during sleep. Talk to your doctor if you snore loudly or feel tired despite enough sleep. Consider a sleep study to diagnose apnea. Use recommended treatments like CPAP or oral devices. Maintain a healthy weight and sleep position to reduce symptoms. Remember, good quality sleep is when your heart. Habit 4. Smoking and secondhand smoke, a deadly blow to your heart. Hello again, dear friends. Today, let's discuss one of the most dangerous habits for your heart, smoking and exposure to secondhand smoke. We all know smoking harms the lungs, but many don't realize its direct and devastating effect on your heart and blood vessels. Smoking damages the lining of your arteries, causing inflammation and accelerating the buildup of plaque. This narrows arteries, making it harder for blood to flow and increasing the risk of heart attacks and strokes. Even if you don't smoke yourself, being around smokers, inhaling secondhand smoke, is harmful. I have seen patients who never smoked but lived with smokers and ended up with heart disease. Mrs. Linda never smoked but lived with her husband who did for 40 years. Despite her healthy lifestyle, she developed heart disease. When her husband quit smoking, her symptoms improved, showing how powerful quitting smoking is not only for smokers but also for their families. Do you or your loved ones smoke? Are you aware of the dangers of secondhand smoke? If you smoke, quitting is the single most powerful thing you can do for your heart. Even after years of smoking, stopping now can reverse damage and reduce your risk of heart disease dramatically. Tips to protect your heart. Quit smoking with the support of doctors, support groups, or nicotine replacement therapies. Avoid environments with secondhand smoke. Encourage family members to quit to protect everyone's health. Remember, no amount of smoking is safe, including light cigarettes and vaping. Your heart deserves clean oxygen and clean blood. Every puff is a punch to your heart. Habit 3. Using phones and watching TV late at night, sabotaging your heart's rest. In our modern world, many of us enjoy winding down in the evening by scrolling through our phones or watching TV. But did you know this common habit can silently harm your heart? The screens on our devices emit blue light, which tricks your brain into thinking it's daytime. This suppresses the production of melatonin, the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. Without enough melatonin, falling asleep becomes harder and staying asleep is even more difficult. Poor sleep quality leads to higher blood pressure during the night and increased insulin resistance, both of which strain your heart. But it's not just the light itself. The content we consume, breaking news, social media updates, intense dramas, keeps our brains overly active. This mental stimulation raises stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, causing your heart rate to stay elevated when it should be slowing down for rest. Mr. George, a 69-year-old retiree, loved watching the evening news and checking his phone until bedtime. He thought it helped him relax, but he often woke up feeling tired, anxious, and sometimes dizzy. After a medical checkup, his doctor found his blood pressure was elevated, and he had occasional, irregular heartbeats. George decided to make a change. He committed to turning off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. Instead, he started reading light books and practicing gentle stretching or breathing exercises before sleep. Within a few weeks, his sleep quality improved dramatically, his blood pressure lowered, and his heart rhythm became more stable. He said, "I never thought that putting down my phone could make such a difference." How often do you find yourself using your phone or watching TV right before sleeping? Do you notice feeling tired or restless the next day? If you want to help your heart, try shutting off screens earlier. Create a calming bedtime routine that doesn't involve devices. Your heart and mind will thank you with better rest and stronger health. Habit 2. Frequent fast food and fried snacks. Poison on your plate. Today, we are diving into a habit that might seem harmless or convenient, but is actually very damaging to your heart: eating fast food and fried snacks regularly. Fast food like burgers, fried chicken, fries, and fried snacks are often packed with unhealthy trans fats, saturated fats, and excessive salt. These fats raise your LDL cholesterol, the bad cholesterol, which contributes to the clogging and stiffening of your arteries. The high salt content also raises your blood pressure. Together, these effects cause inflammation in the blood vessels, making it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently. Because metabolism naturally slows as we age, seniors are more vulnerable to the harmful effects of these foods. Regularly consuming fried and processed snacks increases your risk of heart attacks, strokes, and other cardiovascular diseases. Mr. James, 67, enjoyed grabbing a quick burger and fries almost daily because it was convenient and tasty. Over the years, he developed high cholesterol and borderline diabetes. When he experienced chest tightness during a walk, he sought medical help. We worked on changing his diet gradually. He started replacing fried snacks with air-fried or baked alternatives, swapped sugary sodas for water, and added more fruits and vegetables to his meals. After several months, his cholesterol lowered significantly, and he felt more energetic and healthier. How often do you eat fast food or fried snacks? Have you tried swapping them for healthier choices? Even small changes like choosing grilled over fried, snacking on nuts or fresh fruit instead of chips, make a huge difference. Remember, what you eat literally becomes your blood. Oily food makes your blood thicker, increasing the chance of blocked arteries and heart problems. Practical tips for healthier eating. Choose baked, grilled, or steamed foods instead of fried. Snack on fresh fruits, nuts, or homemade soups instead of processed snacks. Reduce salt and sugar intake by cooking at home. Drink plenty of water instead of sugary drinks. Plan meals ahead to avoid the temptation of fast food. Your heart deserves nourishing, not poisoning. Habit 1. Ignoring high blood pressure or skipping medications, the deadliest mistake. If there's one habit I see every day in my practice that leads to serious heart problems, it's ignoring high blood pressure or not taking medications as prescribed. This is the #1 silent killer that causes more heart attacks and strokes than any other factor. High blood pressure often shows no symptoms. Many people feel perfectly fine, so they stop taking their medicine or never start treatment. But the truth is, uncontrolled blood pressure silently damages your heart, arteries, kidneys, and brain, often until it's too late. Mrs. Helen, 69, was diagnosed with high blood pressure years ago. She felt fine and decided to stop her medications without telling her doctor. After a few months, she suddenly collapsed due to a stroke. She survived, but with lasting disability. This heartbreaking case is sadly very common. The key to preventing such tragedies is consistent medication and regular blood pressure monitoring. Do you take your blood pressure medication every day? Have you ever skipped doses because you felt fine? Please remember, your medication is a lifeline, not a suggestion. If you experience side effects, don't stop. Talk to your doctor to adjust the treatment. Practical tips to manage high blood pressure. Take your medication at the same time every day. Use reminders or pill organizers. Monitor your blood pressure regularly at home and keep a diary. Maintain a healthy diet low in salt and fat. Exercise regularly and avoid smoking and excessive alcohol. Communicate with your healthcare provider about any concerns or side effects. Why this matters. High blood pressure thickens your heart muscle and narrows arteries, making your heart work harder until it fails. But with proper management, it is 100% controllable. One pill a day can protect you from years of suffering. Your heart has been beating for you every second of your life. Now it needs your help to keep going strong. Your heart has been working tirelessly for you every second of your life, never asking for anything in return. Now, after 60, it needs your care more than ever. Every small change you make today, stopping just one dangerous habit, is a powerful step toward a longer, healthier life. Remember, your heart doesn't need perfection. It needs consistency, love, and attention. Start simple, start now, and your future self will thank you. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more life-saving tips. Together, let's build a stronger heart community and help more people live healthier, happier lives. Thank you for watching. Take care of your heart. It's the only one you have.